Hello and welcome to the first game in Sword and Keys Pride Month charity fundraising. I can words real good. Tonight we're playing Monster of the Week. The title of the campaign is Black Sun Rising. If you tuned into the Pride Games last year here on Sword and Key, this is a sequel to the Summer in Wood Lake game that we played under Blue Moon. I'll get more into that in a moment, but we're raising money for the Trans Latina Coalition, which is a grassroots movement led by a group of transgender, gender expansive, and intersex immigrant women in Los Angeles, California. They use their funding to expand services through Los Angeles County to break down barriers to essential services and ensure all TGI individuals have access to comprehensive resources that they need to thrive. So, for that, have some donation incentives for the chat. For $5, you can give a character a +1 to a roll. You get to say who that goes to, or you can, have us roll a die. If you donate $10, you can add a die to a character's roll. Same way you pick it goes to, like the +1, or you can give it to me and I will hoard it and take away a die on their roll in a moment of, importance. For $15, you can gift a reroll because everyone likes the chance to reroll some failures. For $20, you can advance the clock, and only I know what that means, and that's how it's going to stay. For $25, you can make trouble appear. Again, that could take many different forms, and at the end of the day, only I really know what that's going to mean. And finally, for $100, once per episode in our 4-episode campaign, you can pay for the Sign of the Apocalypse. And yes, it will be as daunting as it sounds. So, since this is the first game this month, we are currently at 0 for the donation. If we hit the first goal of $200, we will do a giveaway for a $50 Friday Tea gift card. So, that being said, I suppose I should give everyone a chance to talk about themselves. I did not write down an order ahead of time like I do in some other games. So I'm gonna just start with Tori, being that on my screen they are directly underneath me.
Awesome. Hi, my name is Tori. You can find me all over the internet as that nerd Tori. I use they, them pronouns. And I will be playing Cora Malloy again this year. Is there anything else I'm supposed to say about myself? Because my brain is a sieve.
I think that's good for now.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to Sophia.
Hi everyone, I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we, and I am returning as Jay. Pronouns are he, him.
And then we'll go to Sia.
Hi, I'm Sia, also known as Cinesia. And I'm gonna be playing returning as Delilah, the town god, turned into who knows what.
And then before I let our last player introduce themselves, we are unfortunately missing Ava tonight. They were double booked, and so Rita will be joining us later. But with that being said, Kit.
That's me. I am Kit, pronouns they, them, and I will be playing tonight.
All right. So, if you remember last year or other games I've run, I like to set the mood with a little monologue, as they say. Let me get my correct music, though. Where did that song go? Is it this one? No. I just reorganized this today, so I apologize. No. We're just gonna go right to this one, I guess. Okay. "30 years ago, something terrible happened to you. No one else remembers but the four of you. Except it used to be five, didn't it? No, six? Something happened, and pieces of it are missing from your memories. The edges are frayed. Trying to think about it makes you foggy. Maybe you blocked it out. It was so traumatic. Maybe you simply forgot. Time moves on, edges soften. Memory is faulty. Even the nightmares eventually faded. Most of you have done your best to move on, to make a life, to thrive. But in the hours just before dawn, when you lie awake, you can't help but wonder if you'll always be trapped in the orbit of this hole of your memory, in your life, in your hearts. They say Wood Lake never existed. It isn't labeled on any map, if it ever was. You can't go there, not even in your dreams, because it doesn't want you there. But the past doesn't stay buried forever. 30 years, and now she's about to wake up. Delilah, you are in a dark, run-down cabin, maybe? You have candles lit. You have prepared for a very long time. So, I'm going to pull all of our players in as I ask this question. Delilah is going to cast a ritual. What items of power do you think Delilah needed to make this happen?
I'm going to suggest a camp t-shirt from Wood Lake.
It's the locket that Jay used to have that had a picture of Cora and Alice and Jay when they were young at the camp, like one of their first times going to the camp, the three of them.
I'm gonna go diabolical with that, and I apologize. It's a so last conversation that last important conversation Delilah remembers, or like has an echo of memory, was something about ice cream. And as she works in the funeral home, she got a vial of blood of a owner of that ice cream parlor who died a couple of years ago that she kept for a while.
All right. There's also a book. It's worn. Its edges are yellow. It's got a few bloody fingerprints on it, a few scorch marks. Alice had this book at camp. Alice had this book when she started to speak to whatever being arrived. This book is in the center of your ritual. The other items around it. What do you say, Delilah? What words do you choose to empower this ritual?
Oh God. I think it's just a lot of it is little echoes of what she's seen in her dreams. It's not something that's not specifically memories, it's something that she remembers dreaming in the past 10, 20, 30 years. This is something that would flash in her memory. Um, there's certainly a name that keeps coming to her, and that name is Alice. That that name is definitely in incantation, but it's most of it is in a language that she doesn't even know, and somehow it just came to her. She just remember this. The phrase kept repeated in her head, in her mind for years. Um, and something tells her that this is exactly what she needs to say.
You repeat this phrase over and over and over. You lose track of time here in the dark. You feel the power building within you. You feel the power emanating around you. You know that your goal is in sight. And as you speak Alice's name one more time, a rush of wind douses the few candles you have lit, and there is silence. Jay, what has your life been like the last 30 years?
Jay's life has been, I think, pretty interesting. Shortly after everything that happened, Jay did come out, probably to Cora first, considering that Alice wasn't around, um, and would transition, and then, did go back to school and is now in this future a teacher, teaching chemistry. Um, was married for a while, um, but is currently divorced and does have a daughter with said ex-wife.
Jay, your teaching class, it's not quite the end of the year, but it's definitely the lead up to the final quiz, the final test. Everything that kids have learned all year long. You're writing on the whiteboard, you're handing out papers, and in the back corner, you see someone that you haven't seen in 30 years. Jay, in that back corner, you see Tammy standing there. Tammy standing there, as dead as the last time you saw her. One of the few memories you have of that night, of Tammy lying on that slab in that basement. Tammy looks at you, and in the middle of class, you hear Tammy say, "She's coming back." Cora, what's life been like for you for 30 years?
Well, Cora did go back to college after everything that happened, but in spite of all of her, ambitions for the future and all these hopes and dreams she had that she could save the world, change the world, all this stuff, it never quite panned out. Her anxiety and depression kind of got worse after this. And while she did her best and did eventually graduate college, she wasn't the world-saving activist that she wanted to become. She is sorry, hold on. What did I say she does for a living? Oh God. I'm the worst. Do you remember what I said, Kat? Why did my brain say librarian? It's not librarian.
It's not librarian. Don't you run like
I run a
nonprofit?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's what she does. She runs a nonprofit in town to help kids who've been, I remember everything now, kids who've been victims of violence or other trauma. And she's not saving the world on a global scale, but she is saving the world for some people. And she actually lives with Ava and has lived with Ava since college. So for many, many years now. And she's gotten a little eccentric in her older age. She still kind of dresses like it's the 80s and she's a teenager. She has like a weird room in Ava's house. No one's quite sure what that's about. And yeah, she's gotten a little weird about supernatural things. But she is still, surviving, doing her best, living with Ava.
Yes, living with Rita and Rita's husband. It's okay. We've all made that. Yeah, it's been a year, and we've all made that mistake.
Rita and Ava rhyme in my brain.
They do.
So it's Rita that she lives with, and Rita's husband.
Cora, you're just getting home for the day. It's another late day, as it often is. There's many days when you think you're gonna clock out and then, some emergency happens. You're sitting in the car in the driveway. And right as you turn the engine off and pull out the key, you're suddenly back in a cabin. The window's been smashed, the bunk beds are in a disarray, and you hear banging on the door as a knife or an axe clashes against the door. Someone's coming to kill you. You know that for a fact. And then, right before the door splinters open, you blink your eyes and you're back in your car.
Oh boy. I think she starts doing some breathing exercises that her therapist taught her.
Delilah, while we know what happened immediately here, what has Delilah's life been like for the last 30 years?
Slowly Delilah became a little bit more of a recluse. She's not reformed goth. She's not fully out of the, it's not a phase mom. She's still kind of halfway there. But she started as just working in a funeral home and slowly became an owner. Nobody really knows how it happened. The owner just, when he passed away, he left it for her. Were they friends? What happened there? Nobody knows, but somehow most people don't remember how it happened, but somehow it did end up in her ownership, and she spends most of her time there, and most of her time away from living people, um, and more with the dead.
I have a bad idea for what your vision's going to entail.
Wait, is cast muted for me or for everyone?
I was muted, yeah.
Okay. I was like,
I
am I the problem?
I hit the button too many times instead of once. I hit it twice, I think.
Your vision's a secret from everyone, even you.
Yeah. I'm like, I would be like, I'm the problem. I know it.
That's your professional life for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But what does Delilah do with her free time? What is driving Delilah these 30 years?
Well, you see, eventually her um professional life and leisure life kind of combined together to the point where she found less and less interest in people who are still alive. And eventually, she found more and more interest in the ones surrounding her at her work, where she doesn't need to leave that often. And in the next 30 years, driven by the book that she found, driven by the visions and some whispers, eventually she found a way to um, first have a sometimes little contact, sometimes more, and eventually spend more and more time with not just like visions of dead, but like the dead, who kept her company all the time for everything, mostly watching TV. Oh, she loves watching TV with the dead. That's the top of her hobbies.
At what point does Delilah start to think about if she can bring Alice back?
You see, for the past 30 years, almost nonstop, it started as a little whisper here, a little whisper there, as she could hear a weird voice echo connection. Who knows? We don't use labels here. Um, that in the past 3 decades grew stronger and stronger to the point that she felt like she can have a conversation with whom she's not fully sure, but this this want to bring that person into her life grew stronger with every passing day, knowing that she would never admit it out loud, but she's pretty lonely, and that's the only person that she kind of had a long conversations. Most of the dead, even though she can revive them and bring them in, the best she can bring them in for one evening, and she can retell the whole show and they can watch it. But this was the longest contact she had with someone. So when the knowledge of how to bring them in to this world solidified it as something, not just whispers here and there, but an actual physical thought of like, she knew exactly what she needs to do. She just knew that she needs to act.
Alice. Alice, you've been trapped for so long. Asleep in a lightless void. Some part of you knew what you became, but also that was separate from you. There was nowhere to go, nothing you could do. You slept for 30 years. Sometimes you dreamt of your family. Sometimes you dreamt of your friends. Sometimes you dream of horrors beyond imagining. Others you dream of Delilah. Alice, you wake up on the cold floor in a Camp Wood Lake t-shirt in the dark. Delilah, Alice is on the floor in front of you. Your ritual succeeded. You are now the Hex.
I feel like the first thing is just like, fuck! And she sees it actually succeed and like...
I think it's hard to hear that fuck over the terrible, awful sound that is coming from Alice on the floor in front of you. I don't know if you've ever taken a nap for too long without moving, and then you try to get up and everything hurts. And then I'm trying to imagine that on top of you haven't heard anything, seen anything, used your voice, breathed for 30 years, and now all of that stuff is trying to work again. And it does. I can't imagine it feels great. I think it takes Alice far too long to realize that that sound is coming from her. It's not pretty. Death isn't pretty. What happens after isn't. But there's something familiar in this Delilah that's standing in front of her. She can't figure out what it is. But you feel familiar. And I think Alice latches on to that, and slowly the terrible, horrible noises stop.
You need water? Like it...
She looks afraid at that. Something about water is scary, and she doesn't know why. She's just shaking her head. I think terrified.
Snacks? I brought candy for you. Yes?
Okay.
She just like turns around, and as she turns around and you cannot see her face, she's like, what the fuck did I do? And she comes back with a bag of like, I'm like, sorry, I have like a cat who keeps bumping into microphone and making probably horrible sound. She really wants to be
they
here.
They just want to participate.
Okay.
You're doing witchcraft.
Understand.
The cat has to be involved.
And she comes back with a pack full of different, really juvenile candy. Yes? I think you muted. Or
You're
am
muted.
I? Okay.
Oh no, I did the thing now. I hit it too many times. I think Alice reaches for the candy. There's a familiar package in there, and she pulls it out, and it's not quite right. In the 80s, pretzel M&Ms didn't exist, but now pretzel M&Ms exist. And Alice is about to find her new favorite candy. But she recognizes what M&Ms are. And that feels safe. For some reason. So she grabs it and tries to open it. And it probably takes too long, because again, trying to wake up bones that haven't functioned in too long. I think she just sits on your floor, eating M&Ms and looking around.
Delilah?
Delilah.
Are you Alice?
Alice?
My god, sorry. Get the fuck out of here. No, leave me alone. I'm playing here.
She wants to play too.
I'm so sorry. I think your name is Alice.
Alice.
You remember are you the one that I talked to the whole time?
Not every time.
But sometimes.
Sometimes. I remember your voice.
I'm so sorry. Well, sometimes it's good. Sometimes is great.
You left the TV on.
Yes. Were you watching when I left it on?
Sometimes. No, maybe.
I knew it. Those electricity bills were worth it. I knew it. Oh my god. Do you remember, like, what's the last thing you remember? Do you remember when did you die? Do you remember how you died? Like, how long was it?
I remember the TV.
Okay, so we can assume this century. That's a good point that we can go from. Are you in pain? You okay?
Yes.
And you can hurt. Okay. What hurts? That's not good.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
It feels, which is better, I think.
Okay. So I didn't like make it worse for you, right?
Different.
Okay. I didn't want it to be like a Buffy situation. I sometimes left the TV on and I was like that was the show, one of the shows that I had it there. And she's like, she died and then she came back and it's like it was like a really bad thing, right? Like, oh, you don't remember. It's fine. I'm sorry.
Did I die?
I assume so. Otherwise, it would be really unfortunate if I did the raise the dead thing and I raised someone who was not dead.
This is better.
Yeah? Wait till you see the world. This is just a cabin. Stuff is so much more fun. I can't wait. We can sit, we can watch TV together, we can play games together. Yeah?
Okay.
Can you stand?
She will. It takes a second and she probably like grabs for your hand, but
oh yeah, she helps you.
It'll happen. Again, legs not used 30 years. It's gonna not be a very elegant time, but we'll get there in the end.
Okay, I know, like, I don't know, like, joints hurt, but, like, steps making okay, like, when you step, is it okay? Nothing's, like, breaking. I don't know. I don't know how dead people work. I never did this before. I'm sorry.
I think you can tell that her joints don't move in the way that you would expect them to, but if you remember, if anything starts to feel familiar, this kind of starts to feel like, oh, it's wrong, but it's not that wrong for Alice. You know, based on the last time you were sort of acquainted. So like she doesn't move like a person moves, but it doesn't feel unfamiliar.
And while it's still dark, I will lead Alice to my house so nobody can see her. Making sure that making sure that no one sees us on the street. And we look, or if anybody sees that we look like friends walking at 3 a.m.
I think the first couple blocks, there are wet footprints behind Alice. It's fine.
Yeah.
If anyone does see Delilah and Alice walking at 3 a.m., what would they see of... I guess, Kit, what does Alice look like now?
Alice looks exactly like you guys don't remember her. Alice looks maybe not the way she looked at the very end, because that was a little bonkers. But a little bit before that, somewhere in the span of we got to camp, shit went south, but before shit went really south, and the eclipse happened and all of that. So like, she looks like a 17-year-old that walked out of camp, but a little tore up, a little. If you look at her too closely, you can tell that something's wrong. She looks exactly like you left her. But also tired.
Being alive is very tiring, that's true.
Being alive is exhausting. Being not alive, somehow is worse.
Delilah and Alice walk to Delilah's house at 3 in the morning. Cora, what do you do once you get out of the car?
I think after taking some deep, calming breaths, Cora is going to go inside the house as calmly as possible. And are we gonna assume Rita's out of town or something?
Rita's definitely not home. For what length and what's happening, I don't have an answer for that, but Rita's definitely not home today.
Yeah. So I think I'd be like, she'd open the door and she'd go, Michael, it's me. I'm gonna be in the panic room for a bit. I'd tell you don't come in, but you can't go in there anyway. And then put down her stuff and then like scurry sprint upstairs to her panic room.
And as the door closes to the panic room, what does it look like if this were a movie and we were filming inside the panic room?
It looks like every like crazy red string conspiracy theorist closet that you've ever seen. Like, it's full of books and papers. It's kind of a mess. There is like a little recliner in there where like she could conceivably sleep in there and probably has before. Um, but mostly it's books and books and books and bookshelves, and then one whole wall that is stuff pinned to the wall with strings connecting them, like straight up red string conspiracy theorists with books and notebooks everywhere.
What kind of books are in your panic room?
If you were to get down to it and read all of the titles, it would seem extremely strange. Like some of it is like theoretical physics, and some of it's history, and some of it's math, like textbooks. And then there's like weird self-published, like the kind of print on demand terrible paperbacks of like people's crazy uh supernatural magical paraphysic metaphysic paranormal stuff. It's all mixed together, so it's a strange combination of like really grounded science and mathematic textbooks and history, and then just the wildest selection of the most out there, like everything. There's like Bigfoot books in there. There's every like magic book on how to do spells, from like the kind of ones that you would read in high school where it's like, here's how to make your crush stop, like not be able to stop thinking about you, to like really arcane old stuff that runs the whole gamut. She's had a special interest. Maybe there is fan fiction, but there's a lot of notebooks. Um, a lot of notebooks that she's filled up over the years.
Hmm. Hmm. And why, Cora, do you have this strange mishmash of books and notebooks in this panic room?
Because Cora has spent the last 30 years trying to make some sense of what happened to them at camp. Any sense. And she wants to be prepared that if she ever has to experience anything like this ever again, she will go into it knowing how to save her friends.
Well, much like I just told Delilah, Cora, you are the expert now.
A well earned title.
Jay, Tammy told you she shit, what did she say? I forgot. She's going to wake up, or she's waking up. I forget exactly what I said, but you heard Tammy's voice, and the moment she finished speaking, she's gone. Your students are staring at you. You stopped moving for 5 minutes in the middle of handing out papers.
Jay clears his throat and tries to like remember what he was doing and uh right, this is the study guide for your final. Make sure you go over it and uh thoroughly. You do not want to fail this final. It's an important part of your grade. Blah blah blah. Keeps going. Finish handing out everything.
It's only, I think, fourth period. Is Jay going to try and finish the day?
I think that would depend because I think as soon as class is over, I think Jay wants to call Cora.
Okay.
Like as soon as this class is over, like as soon as Jay
Mhm.
has a moment, wants to call
When you've got the
Cora.
10 minutes of passing time or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I think you have like half an hour of class left, maybe, but with everyone reading the study packets and whatnot, you can kind of leave them on their own. So the time doesn't pass. It's not like you have to, be giving a lecture for 30 minutes or something like that. And
Right.
eventually the bell rings for class ending. Your students file out. Luckily, none of them have any questions for you today. And the door closes as the last student leaves.
Yeah, Jay makes sure the door is locked and then yeah, cell phone out, calls Cora right away.
I think you call Cora's cell phone, and because they are in, or she is in her panic room where there is no cell service because the walls are lined with, we don't know. Cell service doesn't get in there. But I think because you've all stayed in touch, you would know that if Cora's phone goes right to voicemail, you can call a landline that is inside of the panic room.
Yeah, don't pick up the cell phone. Jay sighs, calls the landline.
And it is genuinely a red phone. Cora thought that was funny to put a red phone in the panic room. Uh, it rings and she picks it up like halfway through the first ring and she's like, "Hello?
Uh, Cora, it's Jay. Did anything weird happen to you?
Oh boy. I'm assuming something weird happened to you too."
Um, I I seen Tammy in the middle of
What,
my classroom.
what the hell? That's weirder than what happened to me. I mean, well, okay, so what happened to me, I kind of wanted to almost, if I was trying hard enough, I could write it off as like a PTSD flashback. It was like really vivid. I was back in the cabins. Someone was trying to beat down the door and kill me. But like if I was trying hard, that could be a PTSD flashback. I don't think seeing Tammy is. Did she say anything?
She she said she's waking up.
Oh dear. I don't. I don't like
Oh,
that.
yeah, neither do I.
No, that's bad. That doesn't sound. See, if it was a flashback, it would be closer to something that actually happened. And yeah, no. Hold on. And you hear like paper rustling noises as Cora pulls out a pen. And it's like, I'm gonna need you to tell me exactly everything that happened. This needs to be documented. Do you want to come over? Should you come over? Do you think that's a good idea?
Y- Yes, I think so. I think I'm gonna get uh
Rita's not here today, but it's fine.
I am
Yeah,
going to get an excuse from the rest of the day. Okay.
yeah. Tell them you're having a migraine. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's close
I'll
enough,
figure
right?
something out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'll figure something out and then I will be right over.
absolutely. Yeah. Yep. I will hear the doorbell ring from in here. Um, just ring like short, long, so I know it's you. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Be safe.
You too. Yeah.
And she hangs up.
Yeah, so Jay is in fact getting out of school for the rest of the day. Um I assume Jay probably has like a list of like emergency excuses um that he can use in case of something like this happening.
I won't make you like pick a specific one.
Okay, cool. Because I don't actually know what they would be.
I mean, obviously there's just the generic family emergency. Like, how do you question that? But you can only
Right.
do that so many times.
Yeah.
Or, oh, my mom died, but you can only do that theoretically twice. If people are paying attention, that is. Jay, you leave the school. Do you go anywhere before going to Cora's and Rita's house?
Um, I'm trying to decide if I want to. You know what? I think yes. Jay has like a, a special piece of property like hidden away. If I'm assuming that I remember things and I am now the wrong.
I think you definitely have started to remember, and you have been
Oh,
preparing for this.
yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Then Jay is going to stop by. Has like a piece of property. It's overgrown now. But like just like a driveway that leads to a garage. Um, and that's all that is on this piece of property. And Jay will like open up a garage door and pull his Prius in. And inside there is just like weapons, um, and a car under like one of those cloths, meant to like keep it safe when it's just sitting there for a long time. Um, and Jay is just going to like start getting ready. Pulls the cloth off the car, pops the trunk, and starts like putting cases, weapons, ammo, whatever, like in the trunk. Just like weird things are happening. Jay is ready to go. Um, and then shuts the trunk, gets in this car, which is a classic car. It's a Buick Riviera 1971 with the boat tail and everything. Dark green, and then just pulls out and heads to Cora's.
Let's see. Jay, as you're driving your car, it's the moment you sit down and start driving away in your classic car, you think of Alice. One of the clearest memories you had from back then. What do you think about pertaining to Alice?
For Jay, it's for the last 30 years. I think the biggest thing for Jay for the last 30 years is that sense that he failed Alice. This is kind of something that Jay had thought, before everything happened, that he had let Alice down in some way, which was only amplified by all the things that happened.
I think you don't live far away from, or the property where your car is stored isn't like hours away from Cora and Rita's house, but it definitely isn't, a quick jaunt either. So I think you have a lot of time to think about the past and try and start piecing memories together. And I think the last thing we'll leave with Jay at the moment is the camera pulls up and away so that we get the shot of the car on the road just driving. Also, this song is really good. I was like, I knew this was Jay's song when I heard it. Okay. Alice and Delilah. Well, you've made it to Delilah's house. Delilah, what does your house look like?
You know what? I'm gonna do a crazy thing. It's the second floor of the funeral home. It's the She lives right upstairs.
Okay.
So she doesn't need to contact humans even more. She doesn't even need to go outside to go to work.
Fair enough. Alice, remembering things is difficult, but you do. The name Delilah makes sense. I think. Hmm. I think I'd like you, Alice, to roll to investigate a mystery. A mystery within your own mind.
First roll.
That's great. I'm bad at that. All right. For those at home, 2d6 plus stat? Not for me. I know how to play this game. Don't worry about it.
Asking for a friend.
I'm confirming for chat so that they can follow along. No other reason.
I believe that's how PBTA works, yes.
Okay.
It's been a hot minute.
Mm. That's a 4 minus 1. That's a 3, baby. I don't know. Shit.
Okay.
It's cozy in here. That's all I got.
I think, unfortunately, the answer to Delilah just remains out of reach. It's familiar, but you can't place why.
She seems nice.
I'm not. I will not take away player agency, but Alice, I feel like maybe you say that out loud after thinking for a couple of minutes.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a disconnect between like I'm thinking this in my head and I've said it out loud with my mouth words. Because I haven't had those in a while. So, the filter isn't fully functioning yet. I think she's definitely like talking to herself on the walk home or like walking up the stairs to the apartment above the funeral home. Baller.
Can I like do that? You say it as I left and I come back. With every type of fast food that we have in the vicinity to figure out what do you like. So I kind of like as I come in and it smells, I don't know, awful or good depending who you ask. Like that's when you say.
I think you come back and it reeks of fast food. And Alice's stomach rumbles, and she didn't know it could do that. And there's just like the quiet like, oh, she is nice.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. Um I didn't know, I didn't know how long you were dead. I didn't know I we I don't know which one's your favorite, so I kind of got everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Oh. I'm not I mean, McDonald's fries are good. Wanna try? And I
Yes.
and I give you like I got the big pack. It's like I got a big one. Hopefully you're gonna like it. If you don't like it, I can eat it. It's totally fine. I got it last, so they're not like too mushy, because sometimes if you wait too long, it becomes a little too mushy. I wanted you to have the best, so there you go. There's like 3 different burgers from there, including filet of fish. I don't know, maybe you're a fish girl. Um, um, I'm not fully sure. And I got like the burgers from Burger King. Once again, I didn't know which one you like. I got a vegetarian one. Um, maybe I don't know. Maybe you don't like meat. Yeah, it may not look like meat, this disgusting little thing in there, but at least they say that it's meat. I also have Wendy's, always fresh, never frozen. At least that's what they say.
And there's a look of concentration. There's a lot of information coming at her at once, and she knows all of these words independently. Um and I think just like as you're talking and explaining like all of the various terrible fast food items that you have procured for this the world's weirdest sleepover, I think she just kind of like reaches over and grabs like kind of a handful of fries and like they're like when you go to grab a fry and you grab it like with the wrong fingers on accident,
Yeah.
you're like, well, why did I do that? It's kind of like that the whole time. Like she doesn't quite remember how hands work, but she's getting the point of it kind of, and she's just kind of sitting there like nodding, eating fries. I don't even know that she's realizing that she's doing it. She's just like, my body is angry. Fries, yes.
Cass,
correct.
good question. What year is it? Kind of approximately.
So we didn't have a hard year of when the original took place. It was like the mid 80s, so it's, roughly 2010.
Let me ask you it differently. Are we in Netflix or Redbox era?
Oh no. OG Netflix when they still mailed you shit.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, it's the 2010s.
You got
You know what?
three
Yes,
DVDs.
I prepared for the ritual. I ordered 5 DVDs from Netflix. I paid extra. Um,
Delilah, the woman that you are.
Um, Geez, yeah, I don't know. I think by 2010 they had started streaming, even though they still had the DVD rental at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah, I would say yeah. I would say I got DVDs from that. I'm like, or we can also watch. I got a if my memory serves me right, Hulu was a big thing at that time with TV. So, um, I got like we can watch all seasons of America's Next Top Model. It's diabolical. It's insane, but I think you might like it. They also teach how to walk, so maybe you will like, how to be human more. So maybe that will be helpful also. I've never seen it. That's my guess. You are muted.
That's okay. That was an inside word. That was
Yeah.
that was a brain thought. Um, I don't think she understands the concept of America's Next Top Model. I'm sure I'm sure she'll get there. But you seem excited about it. So if you like this, we can watch this, yes.
Are you more of a I don't know why I'm asking it. It's like you don't. So there's like two ways we can do it. We can sit on the floor and our backs like lean on the couch. We can sit on the couch. I have chairs. I have a bean bag if you want a bean bag. Um, I don't know if you were. Hey, listen. If I'm insensitive, you can tell me. I just don't know how your dead body joints feel better at. I don't want you to be more in pain than you are. I don't know. I'm just really excited to have a friend. I wanted to show it to watch it with someone for such a long time, and now you're here, and we talked for such a long time before. Now, couch. It's gonna be couch.
Couch.
Yes.
Okay.
It's soft. It's nice. If you cold, let me know because I have blankets. Yeah. Um, and I'm gonna start setting up America's Next Top Model season 1, episode 1.
Alice is eating bites out of burgers. Is not quite sure, like, is she expected to eat all of the burgers? She hasn't quite gotten there yet. But I think she's like double fisting burgers from 2 different fast food places.
You can only tell because one of them's the square Wendy's burger.
Yes. There's like a White Castle slider in there somewhere. She's not quite sure what to do with that.
You can also, if you want to, you can always like take off the top, like the bread piece, and eat just like the meat and other stuff. The flavor is better this way. I strongly believe so. But sometimes it can be like a little dry. I don't know. The movie's told me that dead love meat, so I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know also if that's actually a meat and they just kind of like use it for advertisement. I'm sorry. Am I giving you am I speaking too much?
No. No, I remember your voice. It's okay to talk. I don't know what I am supposed to do.
Welcome to the world of living. That's kind of the um you know an extra feature of being alive. You never know what you're supposed to do. It somehow feels like you should. um I'm I've heard your voice for such a long time and I've seen your face. And it's so weird to have you here. I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, it would be cool to have this like weird echo voice, whatever you have there, like watch TV with her. And that was something that I was really looking forward to. Now you're here. And I feel like I'm just.
And you don't like it.
No, I like
I
it.
can go.
No, I just feel like I am. I don't know what you like, and I don't want to overwhelm you or make it worse for you or make it scary for you, or I don't know. Am I hovering? Oh my god, I'm like just like my mom. Oh, you know what? Yeah, if in any moment you want to be like alone, it's totally fine. You can just tell me that.
No. This is okay. I don't know. I don't remember. Is there someone you want me to be?
No. I want you no, I want you to be just comfortable. I want you to be
Alice.
I mean, if you're not Alice, it's fine if you're not Alice. I just listen. I am not an expert on those things, but if movies taught me something, it takes a while for you to get used to like human world. And I don't want you to feel like I'm pressuring you to like remember who you are, or remember or like figure out which listen, you don't even need to figure out which fast food you want. I'm sorry. Was so stupid. I kind of came in here and I just pressured you to immediately figure out what you like, and it's so stupid. I'm so sorry. Ugh. I just want you to feel. I want you to be okay.
I want you to be okay.
That's that's very nice, but I did not. You see, we're in a little. I don't know how to tell you that. We're in a little different positions here. You just came back, came to be. I,
That one.
yeah. Oh, came to be.
Again.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna remember that. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to I don't know offend you by saying. So okay. I want to make sure. I've been here the whole time, and I'll be fine no matter what. You just
No. No. It is hard to be fine.
yes. I strongly believe it's way harder to be again. Am I saying it correctly? Like I had time to figure stuff out, you know. I had time to find out what's my favorite AC temperature. I had time to figure out which I don't know that McDonald's fries are superior to our fries. I had time to figure that out. You didn't. And it might sound silly and so like a small thing, but it is not a small thing in the end. And I want you to know that I want you to be comfortable to take your time and figure those things out. Even if it's something small, even if you're gonna come here and say, no, no, Delilah, you stupid. Burger King fries are so much better. I'm fine with that. I want you to become yourself. I want you to find yourself. I listen, I don't want to be the person who brought someone back to life for them to be their shadow servant, whatever you wanted to be called. I want you to be yourself.
Alice, as Delilah says a few times there, I want you to be yourself. I want you to be yourself. You look off in the corner and you see this figure that doesn't fit in this space. It is in that corner, but it is also a titanic figure. It is huge and um gangly and long, and as Delilah says, be yourself. You know, some part of you knows that this body is yourself, but also this thing you're seeing is yourself.
You didn't like me last time.
Last time? Do Okay, this is gonna sound weird. Have we met before all of this?
Yes. And you were scared and you did not like it when I was myself.
Delilah, please roll to investigate a mystery.
Oh,
Once again,
okay.
the mystery inside your own mind.
I have only one die, so it's gonna be a round two rolls. Oh God. It's 5.
Uh, do remember, everyone's got a couple of things they could do as well, thanks to chat.
Mm.
Um, I will play by the you can add a +1 afterwards. That's fine. It's for charity. We'll let the points be spent. This isn't dropout. The points do matter. So
Well, okay. I have never played Monster Hook before. Will +1 do something for me at 5?
on a
'Cause
5, no. So this is very much like Summer in Wood Lake, where you're looking for at
yeah,
minimum a 7 to 9, preferably a 10 plus, and then a 12 plus is like a critical.
that's what I thought. I was like, I think I'm in dire situation. Nothing's gonna help me.
I don't think you remember. I mean, you haven't totally forgot about what happened at Wood Lake. So I think seeing Alice in your house, I don't think you remember what happened at the end, but you
Mm-hmm.
remember how you felt that last day of camp before everything started.
I I think I was scared for you, not of you. It's it's like
Articulate it
I
again, kid.
It was an inside thought. That doesn't make sense.
why?
I was okay.
Were you? I I'm not gonna, I don't remember much. I just remember feelings and I remember being it's it's like this feeling that before the storm comes, you feel like something's not right and then in any case, if that's how I made you feel, I'm so sorry. I would assume I was young. I just I want you to be happy. and comfortable.
You don't remember either.
No. I remember you. Do you?
Feels like I'm missing the joke. And everyone knows the joke. And everyone is laughing, and I don't know if it's with me and I'm missing it, or at me and I should be mad, and I thought you knew the joke, and you don't know the joke either.
And I
Maybe
think at that, we're going to move away from Delilah and Alice. And we are going to go to break in just a minute or two here, but Jay, you pull up at Rita and Michael and Cora's house.
Yes, and Jay pulls up and doesn't get anything out of the car yet, but goes up to the door, rings the doorbell in the pattern Cora told him to.
Since
It
you
takes-
brought that up, I won't make you roll for remembering it.
It takes a few minutes, likely because Cora needs to like unlock the many locks on the panic room door. But she does come downstairs and like look through the little curtain that's over the door, the window in the door first, and then sees it's Jay and is like, unlocks the door and is like, get inside, get inside, get inside.
Okay.
Rita's
So
not
then-
here. Michael's around somewhere. Let's
Okay.
go to the panic room.
Yeah. Are you good, Cora? You feeling
Every-
okay?
I'm feeling as okay as I could when I had a vision of someone trying to murder me that should have happened. It felt like it. I'm not sure if the vision took place 30 years ago, or if it took place in the future, or if it took place in an alternate timeline. It could be one of many different things. Um, but it was terrifying and unsettling, but also in a weird way, kind of what I've been waiting for 30 years. So I'm a little keyed up. Let's put it that way. Keyed
Okay.
up. All right,
Good to know.
upstairs.
Good to know. Yes. Let's go.
And bounds up the stairs to the panic room, unlocks all the locks on the door. And I think you've probably not been in here before. You know it exists because even if Cora hadn't mentioned it, I'm sure Rita mentions Cora's panic room. Um, but I don't think you've
100%.
been in here before. I think only Rita has been in here before because really, in terms of talking about supernatural stuff, it's just Cora only talks to Rita about it, really. So while like you probably had the idea that Cora's been somewhat interested in the supernatural the last 20 years, 30 years, you I don't think are quite aware of the extent until you go into this room.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have a seat if you want or not. It's a little cramped in here. I had to make the walls extra thick. So like this room is supposed to be like the size of a normal bedroom, but I had to like add a second layer of walls and fill it with stuff. So it's small. But the
Okay.
bookshelves are built in. So, you know.
That's always a bonus. Yes. I will find a place to sit, and we'll like look at some of the books and just like slight raised eyebrow, but doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Cleans off a chair.
Yeah, there's like a stool somewhere that's mostly being used for book storage that you can sit on. Cora's like, okay, so we should start by getting all of the facts straight from what happened to us. And then do we like call Delilah?
And I think that's where we'll go to break. Oh. Welcome back to Black Sun Rising. We are, of course, raising money for the Trans Latina Coalition. I would assume there are donation incentives somewhere on the screen or in the chat. I can't see them because I don't have stream open because I'm that kind of GM. I have too many other things to do. I can't have stream open at the same time. Sorry, stream. All right. Cora and Jay, you are in Cora's panic room. You had just started discussing things.
I think we can probably like assume that during the break, Cora painstakingly took notes on both of their experiences. On like two sides of a page and drew parallel lines between them, and we could pick up with her like putting the notebook down and be like, okay, all right. Um do we call Delilah? Do you think we call Delilah? Is that the next step? Rita's not home and isn't going to be home tonight. Do we call Delilah?
I think we have to. Like, if we're experiencing weird things, Delilah might be experiencing weird things. We should probably reach out and check in on Delilah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, sure, Rita will tell us if anything happened when she comes back. Who has Delilah's number?
I guess that is the other question. Do any of us have
Delilah?
You have my business number. I'm pretty sure you can just like
The yellow pages.
Oh yeah. You own the like main funeral home. Do we just you can call a funeral home like in the evening because people die at all times of day, so
I mean, yeah, we can try. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. Of course, Cora's got a dog-eared yellow pages in there somewhere, and flips to the right funeral home and dials it on her comical red phone.
I was gonna say, is the red phone like, is it still have the rotary dial?
So like, I am a Foley artist, so I want it to be a rotary phone, but also, yeah, it's a rotary phone.
I mean, if you picked the like red panic phone, it's probably got to be a rotary phone.
Not very fast for panic situations, but
it's not about calling out. It's not about you calling out. It's for other people calling in.
True, yes.
Like, you probably have a more sensible one for you calling out.
I call the funeral home.
I would say it goes directly to my mobile phone, so
Smart.
Eventually it gets to, she picks up, she's like, eternal arrest, put in fun and funerals since 1985. How can I help you?
Delilah, it's Cora.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you, is everyone okay?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
You cannot call a funeral home and say like I'm figuring out if everybody's okay or not.
No, everyone's alive as far.
Okay.
Everyone that I am in the presence of currently is alive. Sort of.
You should start with that. You cannot just.
The people who are supposed to be alive are alive right now. Okay. I'm just gonna say, has anything weird happened to you today?
I look at Alice. No.
Got one of those sliders, just like halfway in her mouth.
I think you're gonna have to act under pressure to lie to Cora on the phone.
Okay.
I feel like that's a lot of pressure.
Um, for our viewers, does it do anything mechanically in the game?
I mean, it basically you're trying to, you're I mean, in D&D terms, it would be you're rolling deception. So you're just trying to get high
Yeah.
enough that maybe Cora believes what you're saying.
So do I roll?
Yes.
Okay.
So 2d6 plus whatever your cool is.
Oh, I see under pressure. I see. I thought it was a separate thing. I'm so
No.
sorry.
It's a basic move.
Oh, damn. I got 10.
Okay.
I cannot
Is that-
remember things, but I can lie.
Are we assuming that means that? Do I have to roll in? No, right?
No, you don't roll against it. I mean 10 says you do what you set out to do. So I think it's hard to gauge over the phone. So you believe Delilah, or at least over the phone at the moment.
Okay.
Like, weird how?
Okay. So weird, like related to the stuff that happened last time we were at camp.
No.
Well, I'm glad you think this is funny. It's not. We're pretty freaked out over here. It's me and Jay, by the way.
Oh, say hi. Hi, Jay.
Delilah says hi.
Hi, Delilah.
He says hi.
How's he doing? How's things in school? We haven't talked in a while.
We're both kind of dealing with this situation right now, so I don't.
Okay, what is this situation? You keep saying this situation. What is the situation that we're talking about?
So, I don't know how much I can say over the phone. You never know. We have had strange, visions.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us, different visions related to, the stuff. And it was pretty ominous.
Okay, how ominous are we talking about?
Jay, do you want to say your thing, or should I say it? Or
Yeah, I mean, I can say it.
Gathered around this landline phone.
Yeah, Tammy appeared in my classroom and was sort of like the last time I seen Tammy, and said she's awake or she's coming back, something like that.
Jay, can Cora hear me right now? Or is it just you on the phone right now?
Cora can hear you right now.
Okay.
Hi.
Can I talk to just you?
Is that all right with you, Cora? This is your phone, after all.
Yeah. No, sure. Yeah, this is fine. It's fine, right? It's Delilah. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine.
Okay.
This is perfectly fine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go sit in my chair. I'm gonna go sit in my recliner, and look at these notes.
okay. It's just us.
Cool. Here's the thing. Things happening. I am on the same page with you, kind of. I feel like you guys should come over. I didn't want to tell, like, you can tell Cora. I didn't want to be the one to tell Cora because I felt like I didn't want to send her into the like panic attack or something like that, or like full anxiety. I feel like you will know how to deliver those news to Cora, and I feel like you guys should come over there. Um, hmm. Things yeah, we should talk in person.
This is starting to sound like you did something, Deli. Did you do something?
That's rude. Why would I do something? Hey, I really don't like having this talk over the phone. Wouldn't it be cool? I'll get us McDonald's fries. And we can talk. You guys still in town, right?
Yes. Yeah, we can. Do you just want to meet us at your place?
Yes, that would be the best. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Okay.
You hang up the phone and Cora is this close behind you, going, "What the fuck happened?"
I don't know. She wouldn't actually say.
What did she do? Did she say she did something? Is that what she said?
I'm starting to get the feeling that like I'm a little like suspicious of that conversation.
What could she possibly have done? Oh my god, there's so many possibilities of things someone can do.
Cora, deep breaths.
All the things in the world, someone can do literally anything.
Yes. She wants us to go over to her place. Apparently she's going to pick up fries. I don't
want to be the person who says that could be a trap. I don't want to be that kind of person. About Delilah, who we've known our whole lives.
It is. Yes, it is Delilah. It is someone we've known our own lives. That doesn't. We're not unprepared for whatever situation that we're walking into. It's going to be fun.
I'm not going to be unprepared. And Cora pulls out a duffel bag and starts throwing books in it and a can of Morton salt. And you notice that Cora checks, like, to make sure that she has something, and is wearing some kind of necklace and is very relieved that it is still on. Takes a deep breath, zips up the duffel bag. Can you handle, like, I'm good at the, like, knowing stuff part of this? What I'm saying is, if we have to beat up Delilah, do you think you could take her?
I'm gonna hope it's not gonna come to that, but
right, of course.
Yes.
Okay, good. Just checking. Just like cover all the bases, like leave no stone unturned. Check every room before you enter it. Be aware of your surroundings. All that kind of stuff. Okay.
Okay. I will drive.
Yes, good. And we go to the car, and I double check all the locks on all the doors. And as we are walking out the door, I yell, Michael, we're going out. I'll be back later. If Rita gets home before I'm back, tell her panic room. And then closes the door.
Okay. Give me just a second.
If I may vamp, I feel like when you were like, I want to talk to you alone, Alice has left the room to give you some privacy.
Aw.
And you find her reading a book on like mortuary makeup, like how you do makeup on people. Um like
I
face like she's taking notes.
imagined the moment when I'm saying like, no, nothing weird happened. Is actually like Delilah coming in with like a towel to clean your face because you just kind of like spilled the drink all over yourself or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're
no,
trying to like
everything's
wipe
okay.
the eyeliner, the smudged eyeliner off, and it doesn't come off.
You're muted, Cass.
They're inside thoughts.
Inside thoughts, yes. No, Maury, no.
Okay.
Don't.
Am I unmuted finally now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We did it. We
Sorry,
got mouthwords.
I was not looking at the right screen while I was trying to reply verbally. With the whole like you try and scrub the, old eyeliner off, and it doesn't come off. I'm like, no, that's permanent now.
Once a little emo, always a little emo.
Yeah.
Just like this is my ghost outfit. It doesn't change.
Okay, so
Oh man, can you imagine being stuck in whatever outfit and makeup look you die in?
I mean that's how vampires worked in Anne Rice's shit. That's why Lestat always has long hair.
Oh, that's true.
That fucking summer camp t-shirt.
I mean at least you have that. It could be worse, maybe. I don't know.
Could be less.
What if you die in a bathing suit? You're just stuck in a bathing suit forever.
What if you die in the bathtub? It's
Ah!
unfortunate. That's not spooky.
Alice, you heard Delilah say another name. Delilah asked to speak to Jay. And you definitely don't know a Jay. Your memory is faulty, but you don't know a Jay. But there's another Jay name close by. I don't think you're going to get to remember much, Alice, but pick something you remember about Jenny.
I think I feel sad about hearing that name, and I don't know why. Like it hurts. Like when you've been like crying, like hard crying for a while, and it's exhausting, and your head hurts, and it sucks. It's like that same kind of like headache, and like her chest hurts, and it feels sad, and she can't figure out what that's about. And I think it's less that Delilah said, "Hey, can I talk to Jay alone?" that Alice left the room. I think is what she's realizing in that moment is she couldn't be there because it felt bad. It made her feel like she did something wrong. She feels like she needs to apologize for hearing that name. Like she's hurt this person somehow.
And Delilah, while Alice is thinking about this, you see the micro expressions as some kind of emotion is being processed. And I don't think she realizes it, but Delilah, you see what you think is a tear in the corner of one of Alice's eyes. And if you move to kind of dab it away for her, it's inky black.
Hey, it's okay. You okay? What's wrong? You have so many inner thoughts. I think you should speak up sometimes. You muted.
I don't know. I don't I just
It's okay. Just you can talk to me. You can tell me how you feel. It's all fine.
I feel like I did something bad. I don't think your friends like me.
Well,
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
do you remember any of them?
No. No, I don't think so. I don't I
It's
don't
okay.
think Jay is happy with me. But I don't know who that is.
I actually think Jay would be very happy. But leave it to me. Here's the thing. There's one thing that I feel like we need to establish here. What happened to you is not normal. It's not what happens usually.
What do you mean?
So becoming again, as we established, it's not really what usually happens. It took it's something that I think I made happen. And it's not something that usually happens to people who stop being, you know? So I wanna tell them, I trust them, both of them. But I need to prepare both of them for this thing.
For me.
For you being here again. Like it's a happy thing, but imagine you know how you really like the pretzel M&Ms, like the ones that you just eaten right now?
Yeah.
Imagine if you go to the store tomorrow and like your whole life it was always just pretzel, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you go to the store one day and then there's no more pretzels. All of a sudden it's new ones. It's actually, you know how it's like pretzel covered in chocolate? And then
Yes.
like you come to the store and they're like, here, we still have the pretzel M&Ms, but it's actually a pretzel and a chocolate inside. And everybody acts like, and it's like, there's one person who says it's totally normal, and you're like, it never happened like that. But it tastes the same, right? It will take you a little bit to get used to it, but at first you'll be like, oh, this is weird.
Is my pretzel on the outside?
No, it's more like your pretzel is made differently than others.
Bad.
It's like we did, no, it's like a different recipe.
And they won't like it because it's different.
No, they will be very surprised. And when people surprise, when people see something they're not used to, they get scared first. And I'm telling you because I want you to understand that if they're gonna have that kind of reaction, it's not because you did something bad. It's not because you were bad. It's because they are so used to pretzel being inside the chocolate. So when they see chocolate being inside the pretzel, that's what scares them.
I think I've scared them before. I think that's why Jay is mad at me.
Jay is
Maybe.
not mad at you, okay? Okay, let me let's do pretzel thing again. Let's say
Pretzels. Okay.
yes, let's say it's your favorite thing to eat. And then you come
Yes.
to the store and it's not there. And you're very upset about it, right? You kind of like you go, you get to the and it's just not there. And at first you're very, very upset about it, you become angry. What do you mean they no longer make pretzels, right?
That
This
would
is my
be
my
silly.
favorite. Yeah, they just like they stop. It's horrible, right? But and then time passes, a long time passes, and eventually you kind of get used to the idea that yes, pretzel no longer exists. That pretzels no more. And then one day you go to the for the chocolate. And at the point where you already made peace that pretzels no longer be here, you see pretzel again. And at first, you feel like they should have told you the pretzel is there because it's everybody knows that it's your favorite pretzel, but it's like nobody did. So you get angry and upset, but then you realize that this is your favorite chocolate, this is pretzel, and you get happy again. Maybe I should not use candy as a metaphor for life and death, but I hope you understand what I mean.
So they've all been here the whole time too. And I've
Yes.
been gone.
Yes.
How much was I gone?
A while.
A while. Jay and Cora. You were driving to Delilah's funeral home of an apartment. Jay, you take very good care of this car, but I think because it sits so long, you don't leave a full tank of gas because it'll go bad. So I think after driving to Cora and Rita's house and now heading out somewhere else, I think you need to stop for gas. And as you're filling up the tank, the people are moving around you. Everything's normal. And when you look towards the um, convenience store, you see you can't remember his name, but it was some asshole kid from camp who threw a baseball and was always picking fights. And then you turn to hang up the pump, and then the reflection of the side mirror on your door, you see a person in a black cloak, their face obscured. And when you turn to look, there's no one there.
Is it just Jay seeing this? I'm in the car, I assume.
You are in the car, but at the moment, Jay is the only one seeing this, yes.
Okay.
Is there other people in this parking lot? Like a lot of people?
I wouldn't say it's a lot of people, but there's, like there's the person working inside. Uh, it's probably a big enough place that there's a second person either stocking shelves or maybe checking on the pumps, because one person's got to stay up at the register. And when you pulled up a couple of cars left, and as you're filling up a car to pull up.
Okay. Jay's gonna look around, assuming he doesn't see anything else. He shakes his head, gets back in the car. I'm assuming he paid at the pump. It's faster. Um, and is just like, we need to get going. Now I'm I'm seeing more things, more people. I don't remember who they are, but I'm seeing them.
I was muted. Where?
They were in the parking lot. They're not there now.
People, like, you're sure they are related to all of this?
Yeah, one of them was a kid I remember from camp. There was a person in a like black coat cloak.
Do I remember the black cloak thing?
Um, I th I do think you would remember something like that, because especially considering the like big flashback you had at the start was
Mhm.
related to that. I think you do remember the cloaks.
That's bad. That's very bad. Bad, extremely bad, not good. Um,
Yeah,
do you think
we
they were like physically really here? Because if the cloak people are here, that's like
n no.
okay,
I'm
all
unsure, but
right,
no. I'm pretty sure it was a vision. I don't think anybody else could see them.
okay, all right. Well, I mean that's bad. Like this is just terrible and bad and all very bad. But I think it would be worse if the cloaked people were real. Um, you should probably get in the car. Let's leave. Let's leave like immediately, like right now, like right now.
Yeah, he's gonna drive us out of there.
And
Okay.
Cora's holding her bag of books more closely and like paranoid looking out the windows and the rearview mirrors.
Yes. This is definitely the point in the original Ghostbusters movie where Ray and Winston are talking about the end of days and the afterlife, and then they're like, that got really heavy. Let's turn on some music. It doesn't take you long from leaving the gas station to get to your destination. As you approach, the funeral home is at the end of the block in kind of like a corner of a cul-de-sac. Cora, standing behind or above the building, is it's hard to wrap your mind around what you're seeing, but it's tall and stretched out and dark, and it's only there for a moment because your mind recoils so fast from what it's seeing.
Jay, did you see that?
No, no.
Jay, there was a thing. It was over the house. It was I I can't I hold on and pulls a notebook out of the bag and a pencil. And I'd like to draw it.
Okay. I think you draw it. It's hard to get an exact, like, you do your best, but you only saw it for a moment. But I think also the amount of work you've put in to your life after what happened at camp, I think you search through decades of notebooks really fast. Because, I mean, you can fill a lot in a notebook. And I think one of your earliest notebooks, when some things were still fresh, there were pieces, even you look at the date, because I'm sure you date all of these to make sure you know what's
Meticulously.
going
Some
on.
of them even have
Yes.
timestamps.
This is dated 90, so shortly after things started to move on, and you when certain memories were still more fresh, and you have a very similar sketch from back then.
I think this would be like a tear out the new page, hold it up next to the old page. Fuck.
Jake glances over, just fuck.
What do we do? 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 It was
We
over the
need,
house. Should we go in the house? I mean, we can't. We have.
yeah. We need,
Delilah's in there. She needs to know that the
we need
thing.
to, yeah, we need to talk to her. But and Jay's gonna like park like near a spot, like even if it's still like a couple blocks away. Jay's gonna just park immediately.
Okay.
And then get out and pop open the trunk and uh the first thing is like open one of the smaller weapons cases and get out his like really big revolver and make sure it's loaded and like get ready to gets a holster out and like finds like a denim jacket in the trunk to put over so it's not just out where everybody can see it, and then we'll like not take them out, but gets like a couple other cases and like puts them in the back seat. So like, or puts the, yeah. So like if they drive up or you're just going to carry them, but either way, he's planning on bringing them with him when he goes inside. But like he wants them accessible.
Okay. You prepare, and the sun is high in the sky, hardly a cloud, and you approach Delilah's house. I'm assuming you knock when you get there.
Or ring the doorbell if there is one.
Yeah, there's a like old fashioned big like doorbell that you need to
Great.
um
Excellent.
yeah, and she immediately opens the door. She's dressed very nicely in a very nice, I guess, black dress that's kind of baggy and all that, but she's like, oh my god, I'm so happy to see both of you. How
Oh,
you
we
guys?
have to come inside right now and close the door.
Of course. What a fun way to say hi. Come on in. I'm gonna say also, meanwhile, this is on the first floor. I would say Alice is on second floor. And I did tell Alice ahead of time of like, hey, just sit here, just chill. Please, yeah. It's okay, like I'm not telling you like not to do it, but like just yeah. And I'm opening the door. I'm like, come on in. Yes.
Cora didn't say it, but yeah, Deli, it is nice to see you again. It's been a while.
It'd be nicer to see everybody under different circumstances.
Do you guys want to see dead bodies? I have a couple right there.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Unless they're relevant to the matter at hand. And if they are, I'm scared. More scared.
No, it's no. Want a pie? I got a key lime pie from diner. Come on over. And I lead the way into
Delilah, there was a thing over your house, I say, following behind Delilah.
Yeah, a thing?
A big, horrible monster. It looked like this, and I hold up the paper.
When was it? Is it right now?
It was just there for a split second. I think only I could see it, but it was there for a second right as we were pulling up.
It's probably nothing. Come on. And I lead you to like a dining room where there's a big table, but you clearly see she doesn't have like guests. So every chair is from different room and from different like tables. So everything is mismatching. And she has a really horrible diner key lime pie in the middle that already has like 2 slices eaten that she clearly bought for herself a couple of days ago, not expecting the guests. It's like, would you like a slice?
I'm not particularly hungry.
Oh,
it's the anxiety.
I'll take a slice.
Cool. Yeah, she has all of the plates in this match, and it's not from the same. Like, all of the like forks is clearly bought separately as a single thing. And she actually will cut Cora a slice, but like a very, very small one. So it's not really, it's not overbearing. It's not like you have to eat it, but it's there for you. So, how you've been? Besides the horrible thing, whatever.
I've had better days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but besides this, working, that seems very relevant right now.
No. Please go on. Like, I would like to know more about your work and stuff.
We've been having visions? I don't think my work is that interesting.
I mean, I've been having visions for 30 years, so it's still fine.
And you never told any of us, Deli?
I mean, like, who doesn't, right?
Most people. I'm just going to say, most people don't have visions. Have you had visions related to everything that happened at camp?
Sometimes, but it's like...
Oh my god.
It's normal, no?
No, do you happen to... You wouldn't happen to have journaled about every single one of these instances in a way that I can find and copy down into my... No, of course not.
Hey, I also did a thing.
God. Is it Okay, before you go, I'm excited to hear about anything. Okay, I'm kind of being an asshole. I'm excited to hear about anything that's going on in your life, Delilah, once we figure out what's going on with this. So, but just really quickly, is the thing that you've done related to all of this? Or is it like you've painted your bedroom a new color, which is really cool and I'd love to see it, but not today?
I would say it's very related. I just need both of you to not... Okay, Jay, I really trust you, but Cora, I don't trust you. Can you not overreact, please?
I do want to point out, Jay came in with 2 like hard like cases that look like weapons cases if you've ever like watched a TV show. Like,
yeah, she's totally fine with that.
Books.
Yes,
okay.
Cora's the real danger. She has the books.
Okay, yeah, no, I just wanted to point out.
I can't promise I'm not going to freak out, Delilah, because I've had a hell of a day. And if this is related to all of this, it's not going to make my day better.
I just need you to think that It's not about me. I don't want you to freak other people out. And I don't want the vibe to be oppressive. I want us to come in with the hearts full of love and relaxation, if it's okay.
Is it making me less anxious? This is not making me less anxious, Delilah!
Just,
Deli, I feel like you're stalling. What's going on?
just, how about we leave those two cases here and you just, both of you follow me?
I would like to bring my books.
Okay,
I don't like leaving them.
sure. We go upstairs. I say, okay, stay here for a second. I go in. I find Alice. I was like, Alice, hey, I cannot guarantee you okay, Ron, I will guarantee you they're gonna freak out, and I need you to. They're gonna make loud sounds. I'm really trying not to, bring loud sounds around you. I need you to understand that they just going through a lot. Is this okay with you? You are muted. Oh, wait.
Am I?
Now you're good. I don't know why. At first it was like.
This microphone hates me. I mean, I think Alice. You can see Alice is like at the top of the stairs, like peeking around the corner. Like she's been creeping the whole time. I don't think they want to see me.
No, if they don't, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna lift our hand high and say, fuck them. And we're just gonna go on. Okay? Their opinion does not reflect on you or your situation or anything like that.
I don't want to make them more upset. They said they don't want to see dead people right now.
You are not dead.
No. But I think it's close enough.
You know, you didn't know that you like some things before you tried, right? Like McDonald's fries. You didn't know that you like them before you tried. Kind of same with them.
You think they will like maybe dead people if they try it?
Not directly, not the best metaphor, but you didn't know you like certain movies until you've seen them.
If they don't like me, I can go away. They know that, right?
No, they can go away. This is your house. This is mine and yours house. They are guests. If they don't like you, they can go away. I want you to know this is your place as well.
Okay.
And Alice, you have a right to tell them to fuck off if they don't accept you. Okay? I don't care that you became to be again or whatever we decided that like we calling you right now. But you're still a person.
Are you still a person, Alice?
Metaphorically speaking.
I'm glad Delilah thinks so.
And now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna open the door and like, okay, Jay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you go to open the door, and before we do that scene, Alice, you were left upstairs alone. You did spend some time just sitting before you started creeping when the friends arrived. I think you start remembering something. I don't think you remember anything about that last night at camp. And you still have bits and pieces of what your life was before that night at camp, but I think you can't place where this takes place, but it's strange. And I want you to tell us what you start to remember in this time you're alone when Delilah goes downstairs. And I think the only thing I want to give you to work off of is you remember the moon shining too close to the lake.
I think it's like you said, there's bits and pieces, and they don't all fit together exactly right, but they feel like they do. And I think she's sitting at the top of the stairs and she can hear this like vague conversation happening downstairs, and there's a couple of familiar voices. And I think she remembers sitting in a room upstairs while people were hanging out downstairs that she wasn't a part of, and feeling like she does now, like she wants to be involved, but that it's not her place and that she would just make it weird. And she remembers somebody having a sleepover that wasn't her, that she wasn't invited to, and sitting in her room hearing all of that chatter late into the night, the moon shining into her window, her room. And then that sort of melds in with this memory of another time that she was staring at the moon. And that time she did make things worse and weird. And she was involved, and maybe she shouldn't have been involved, and she should have left it alone. And it's sort of those same feelings from two very different places, but they feel kind of the same in like where she's feeling them and how she feels them. They feel like the same emotions, that she's made something worse and she's made something weird and she shouldn't be here and she should let them do what they want to do, and her being here makes it weird.
And then Delilah opens the door.
Hey, Cora, Jay, just follow me. Please don't be loud, okay? Remember we talked about it. Come on in.
Okay, all right.
And I lead them in slowly.
See Alice sitting on the couch eating a handful of pretzel M&Ms.
Yeah, you enter the apartment upstairs and you see Alice sitting on the couch eating a handful of candy. She looks almost exactly as she did before that last night at camp. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
No.
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
That's where it
Castaway.
has to end.
Good. I was
Castaway.
trying to think
Yeah?
of what my actual what Cora's actual reaction would have been. I don't know if she's gonna like faint or scream or run away.
All valid options.
Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. You know. I'm gonna leave the fight to Jay. We had that agreement.
All right. So, that was first episode of Black Sun Rising. We're raising money all month for Trans Latina Coalition. Thank you for your donations tonight. Let me cue up, this music that I picked for the end of the episode that doesn't match because I decided we're going anime here and the totally different ending theme. It's fine. This is
it
your
works.
Styles.
this is the supernatural to the X-Files or something. I don't know. Yeah. I hope you all had fun. Let's go around and talk about, oh boy, I can't think all of a sudden. Our, who we are and where you can find us and stuff like that. And we'll start with Sia.
Oh no. Hi, I'm Sia. You can find me on Twitch as cinesia. I am doing not much this month because I started a new job, so it's not much time for anything else. But this Sunday, I am part of the Pride celebration for people on ACE spectrum. And from 7 to 9, we have it's part of the Pride train that my friend is doing. So we're going to do a little bit of a little bit games-wise. We're going to talk about ACE representation in media and in gaming. So, yay!
All right, and then why don't we go to Tori?
Hey, my name's Tori. You can find me all over the internet as that nerd Tori. I've been on a long hiatus from actual plays just due to lifing. But this month, because it is Pride Month, I am back. And not only can you find me here on Thursdays this month, but this Saturday the 6th, you can find me on Nerds with Dice, where I will be part of a Monster Hearts one-shot, which is going to be very cool and fun.
All right. And then Kit.
Hey, that's me. I'm Kit, and I've made everything weird tonight. You can find me
In the
most
best
places.
way.
Some might say. You can find me most places on the internet at Kit Roll. I'm a couple places coming up. You can check socials to see when and where as soon as I am legally allowed to post about those things. I'm also starting a new job, so my schedule is also a little bit weird. But in the meantime, if you are sick of seeing my face and want to hear my voice for some reason, I get it. You can check out Bloom and Blight. We are now an award-winning Girl by Moonlight podcast. And we're now doing our second story. So all of Requiem is out. You can go watch all of it. It's a whole cohesive story. You can do it and it's there. And it's just classic magic girl shenanigans about grief and what happens when your leader of your magical girl team sacrifices herself and how everybody processes grief when you still have to save the world. Normal stuff. But if that's not your jam and you like mechs, you could check out the second show that we are currently in the process of airing. It's awesome. It's called Bloom and Blight Persephone, and we're racing mechs and also still magical girls. And that's everywhere you get your podcast at Bloom and Blight and on socials at Bloom and Blight. And that is where most of my time is going currently. So check it out. Or don't. I'm not your dad. But that's all I can talk about for the moment.
All right. Sophia.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we. I'm not going to be in anything again until the 17th, where you will be able to catch me running a game on my channel, Nerds with Dice. We're calling it the last summer camp. We're playing Camp Kingdom Come. It's going to be a Fields of the Dead story. We're going back to the beginning of the apocalypse. And we have some counselors who are going to be trying to keep their campers safe and alive through the first 7 days of the zombie apocalypse. And then they get to put them on a bus and see how that goes. But my channel, Nerds with Dice, is in the middle, or starting, I guess we're not quite in the middle yet, but we're feels like it. We've been planning it for a while. We're starting Nerds with Pride. We're working with the folks here at Sword and Key to raise money for the Trans Latina Coalition. We have a ton of content all month long. The Monster Hunts game you just talked about. See, tomorrow night is 1 year hence, like it's a Descended from the Queen King Arthur game, I believe. So much content. Just keep up with all of that, and we are also we've also joined forces with So Many Games. They're also helping us with a couple games supporting this. So it's a good month, and I hope you join us in supporting it. Thank you so much.
All right. So, here on Sword and Key, this coming Saturday, you can catch Indigo Nexus at 10 a.m. Pacific and Horizon's Call at 3 p.m. Pacific. And I believe we will be raiding into Nerds with Dice tonight. As for me...
talk about yourself.
I was going to say, as for me, I skipped this in the opening, but I don't care. It's fine. I'm Cassiopeia. I don't do a whole lot other than the occasional stream and running things for charity a lot of the time, or the other thing you can hopefully find me in when it starts the second half of season 2 is continuing to occasionally show up as my guest in the Fields of the Dead campaign, because I decided to make a fucking Kamen Rider character and show up in The Walking Dead, and it's a stellar. Other than that, I will be here every Thursday for all of June as we continue our second game here, Black Sun Rising. I think that's all I have. All right, we hope to see you again soon. Bye.